Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. I am at Sreeram's place, a lovely, wonderful apartment in what is called as 𝗀𝗂𝗃, one of the up and coming places. In fact, if you go on the street here, it feels like you are in the United States. Absolutely fantabulous, very upscale area of Hyderabad. Today we're going to talk about an interesting problem that will be affecting you, the viewer, especially those of you who are watching this program from outside of India. Many of us have whetstone grinders, right? You know, the ones that we make our dosa dough and so on and so forth. There is a looming challenge, problem, if you will, coming. And Sreeram is going to let us know all about this quarry problem.
Yeah, Namaskar. Thank you very much for joining me for lunch and coming to our house. And it's a pleasure. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be very brief in this particular thing, but I want to send a message. So any South Indian, I'm not talking about Tamilian, any South Indian, or even any Indian even, and even non-Indians, the moment they taste idli, they fall for idli. You can't think of a breakfast, without idli, chutney, vada, dosa, uttappam, idiyappam, and all those stuff. And it was in the year 1955 that Mr. Sabapathy, who in Coimbatore is known for its enterprising, place where business flourishes. The people there are extremely entrepreneurial in nature and attitude. So in 1955, he started what is called as the Lakshmi wet grinder. And 75% of wet grinders which are being used across the world are manufactured in Coimbatore. And this is an industry which was estimated to be valued at 2,800 crores in 2015. It should be around 4,000 crores by this time. And wet grinders have solved people's problems. I know people living outside India, either it's in Australia or on the other end of America, people have 3-4 wet grinders. Okay, so it's a problem which is going to affect everybody. Today there are multiple wet grinding companies like LG, ELGI, Butterfly, Sobhagya, and so on and so forth. Now, one of the most important elements of this.
One clarification. Viewers, LG is not 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗀𝗃 of Korea. It is ELGI. It's another group, very famous group in Coimbatore. I just wanted to clarify that.
Exactly. So it's actually a market leader right now. So and this whole industry provides employment for 50,000 people. That's the most important thing which all of us need to know. And the valuation of around 4,000 crores roughly. Okay. Now, one of the principal thing which goes into the wet grinder is the stone. Now, this stone is available only in one taluk. It is not available anywhere else. It is available in a taluk called 𝗪𝗃𝗃, which is famous for ghee, butter and ghee. And it is also famous for the stone. In fact, any wet grinder which is made of any other stone, it actually starts breaking and pounding. And as a result of which, it is not feasible to have those stones. These stones are available in the houses or the properties of 39 people in 𝗪𝗃𝗃 taluk. And there is an element of several thousand people whose livelihood are directly dependent upon these people who own those quarries. These quarries are in an area of 8 cents to 1 acre. I'm giving you the entire picture here. And the total amount of the acreage for this quarries, the total amount is 14.5 acres. I have all the data. I have names of all the 39 people who owns these quarries also. Now what has happened is in 𝗪𝗃𝗃 there is also other stone which is basically called as M stone or blue stone, which is used for construction. These are quarries which start from minimum of 5 acres. To put up those kind of quarries, you need crores of investment. But for the wet grinder quarries, this particular stone, you don't need to put any investment, no blasting is required, and it can be set up, these are in the measurable area of 8 cents to 1 acre. In fact, only one person owns 1 acre. Otherwise, most of them own 8 cents, 12 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents. These 39 people, they're all related to each other. And there are thousands of people, men and women, who work around that area, who have the lathe machine and various labor things to be done, and they don't know anything else other than to support in this wet grinding industry. Now, there is a problem, conflict between two brothers who were owning this limestone quarries, and it became a court dispute. And these guys, what they did is they included all other quarry owners also into that, and they went to the court. If I am right, on September 2nd or August 2nd or September 2nd, the High Court declared that this entire quarry mining is illegal and they closed down everything. Now, Tamil Nadu has got a Stone Mines Act, Small Stone Mines Act, but that particular act gets enhanced only when the size or the area of the quarry is 2.5 acres or more. But none of this quarry is got more than 1 acre. So as a result of which, all these 39 families, along with them several thousands of people, 50,000 employment generating industry has now come to a grinding halt.
Grinder companies have come to a
Grinding halt. What they would manufacture, I'm not joking, Mr. Iyer, 1.25 lakh grinders are manufactured on a monthly basis. Today, not even 10,000 grinders are manufactured. Now, our request is, there needs to be a proactive action from the government of Tamil Nadu. There is only one politician in the entire state of Tamil Nadu who has raised his voice for these people, and he happens to be the president of BJP state unit, Mr. Annamalai. Nobody else has even bothered to look into it, raise their voice and ask. And what is the solution? We are also giving you the solution. The solution here is very simple. First, to hold discussions with the wet grinding companies. Then include these 39 families who are all owning the quarries. Listen to them, hear them out. And what is required is to have a separate act called Tamil Nadu Wet Grinder Stones Micro Mining Act, and bring the regulation into that. If they don't, idli and dosa, vada, uttapam, idiyappam will be only seen in Facebook and Instagram of what we ate in yesteryears. Your children will not even know what is an idli. And these wet grinders can, are set up from 1 liter to that of 100 liters. So massive wet grinders are there, and the industry has come to a halt. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I don't have anything against this government, but this DMK government seems to be having a problem with everything in Kongu region.
Yes.
And this is the, coincidentally, 𝗪𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 𝗪𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 𝗪𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 So, same way, but this is what is happening. So it is really unfortunate, and my request towards, because I know pretty well this video is being watched by the international diaspora, as a result of which this is an appropriate forum to raise the voice. Please, I request all of you to amplify this message for the sake of 50,000 employees, for the sake of 4,000 crore business, and more importantly, for the sake of Tamil food culture, which would go absolutely, which will become obsolete if this action is not done.
Absolutely, and again, I hope that wisdom prevails here, and we appreciate Mr. Annamalai for taking up this effort. And I think everybody's livelihood is getting affected. Something in thousands of crores, certainly, it is not fair. Again, there's a demand, and even North Indian weddings are now having idli as an.
I have one more thing to also add, Mr. Sree Iyer. We will do a separate video on that because we are identifying data for that. It is the same stone which is used for sculptures also.
I see.
It is for the idols also. So there is a community called 𝗪𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀 community who also come to a grinding halt. But we are collecting data for that because it is the same stone which is being used. So we will come to you very soon on that particular thing.
We will do that also. Thank you very much for watching. And again, Sreeram, thank you for your hospitality.
My pleasure.
And we'll be back again with Sreeram on some very interesting topics.
My pleasure.